They're coming for you. And you don't even see it yet. Right now, someone is turning against you. Maybe it's a coworker who smiles at your face while undermining you behind your back. Maybe it's a friend who's tired of your success. Maybe it's a partner who's planning their exit. Maybe it's a business associate positioning themselves to cut you out. You think everything is fine. It's not. The betrayal is already in motion. The alliance is already forming. The attack is already planned. And when it comes, when everyone turns on you at once, you'll be destroyed. Unless you understand Machiavelli's darkest law 500 years ago, Machiavelli watched this pattern repeat endlessly. Powerful men surrounded by allies, successful leaders with loyal followers, strong rulers with faithful servants. Then overnight, everything changed. Allies became enemies. Followers became betrayers. Servants became assassins. The powerful fell. The successful were destroyed. The strong were eliminated, not because they became weak, but because they never prepared for the inevitable moment when everyone turns. This is the moment you need to prepare for right now. Not if everyone turns on you, when everyone turns on you, because it will happen. Success creates envy. Power creates resentment. Rising creates enemies. The higher you climb, the more people want to pull you down. And they will. They're patient. They're strategic. They're waiting for the perfect moment. When that moment comes, they'll all move at once. And if you're not ready, if you don't understand this darkest law, you're finished. Today I'm revealing Machiavelli's darkest law for staying untouchable when everyone turns on you. This isn't theory. This is survival strategy for the moment of maximum betrayal, the moment when allies become enemies, when friends show their true faces, when the mask drops and you see who people really are. Most people don't survive this moment. They're destroyed by the coordinated attack. But you're going to survive. You're going to stay untouchable, because you're going to understand the law they don't know exists. If you want to survive the betrayal that's coming, smash that subscribe button right now. This channel doesn't teach you to trust people. We teach you to survive people. Before we start, drop this in the comments. They will turn. I will survive. I am untouchable. Let's begin with understanding why everyone always turns, understanding why betrayal is inevitable. Here's what most people don't understand. Betrayal isn't personal. It's mathematical. It's not about you being bad. It's about you being successful. Success creates a target. Power creates threat. Rising creates resentment. The better you do, the more threatened others feel. And threatened people eliminate threats. That's you. You're the threat. And eliminating you becomes their survival strategy. Your father probably taught you to be a good person and people will stay loyal. He was wrong. Good has nothing to do with it. You can be the best person in the world. You can help everyone. You can be generous and kind and supportive. Doesn't matter. Success still creates envy. Power still creates fear. Rising still creates resentment. People don't betray you because you're bad. They betray you because you're succeeding and they're not. Look at every successful person who fell. Did they fall because they were evil? Some maybe. But most fell because they succeeded too much, made too many people feel small by comparison, took opportunities others wanted, got rewards others felt they deserved. The success itself created the enemies. The power itself created the betrayal. The rising itself created the coordinated attack that brought them down. This is why betrayal is inevitable. You cannot succeed without creating resentment in people who aren't succeeding. You cannot gain power without threatening people who want that power. You cannot rise without making people who aren't rising feel like they're falling by comparison. Your success is their failure in their minds. Your gain is their loss in their perception. Your rise is their fall in their psychology, and they will turn on you to stop their perceived fall. It's not personal, it's survival instinct. Your success threatens their ego. Their ego demands your elimination. Understand this deeply. The betrayal is already being planned. Someone in your circle right now is turning against you. Maybe multiple people, maybe everyone eventually. They're watching your success, feeling smaller with each of your wins, building resentment with each of your achievements, waiting for the right moment to strike, and they will strike, because your continued success is unbearable to them. Your continued rising makes their stagnation obvious. They can't handle that, so they'll eliminate the comparison. They'll eliminate you. This isn't paranoia, this is pattern recognition. Every successful person faces this. The only difference between those who survive and those who get destroyed is whether they prepared for it, whether they saw it coming, whether they built defenses before the attack arrived. Most people don't. They trust their allies. They believe in their friends. They think loyalty matters. It doesn't. Success determines loyalty, and your success is threatening theirs. So loyalty dies. Betrayal begins. Attack comes. Machiavelli once said, "Men judge generally more by the eye than by the hand, for everyone can see and few can feel." Translation: everyone sees your success. They feel threatened by it. That threat creates betrayal. You need to see the betrayal coming before it arrives. Stop trusting. Start preparing, because they're coming. And if you're not ready, they win. Drop this in the comments. I see betrayal coming. I prepare before it arrives. The foundation of being untouchable. Before the attack comes, you need to build a foundation they cannot destroy. Most people build their success on relationships, on networks, on partnerships, on alliances with others. This makes them vulnerable. Because relationships can be turned, networks can be poisoned, partnerships can be broken, alliances can be shattered. If your success depends on others, others can destroy your success. That's the fatal flaw most people never fix. Machiavelli's darkest law starts here. Build your foundation on things that cannot be taken from you. Skills they cannot remove, knowledge they cannot erase, capabilities they cannot eliminate, resources they cannot access. Your foundation must be internal, not external. Internal foundations survive betrayal. External foundations crumble when allies become enemies. Here's what this means practically. Your primary value cannot come from your position. Positions can be eliminated. Your primary value cannot come from your network. Networks can turn against you. Your primary value cannot come from your reputation. Reputations can be destroyed. Your primary value must come from undeniable capabilities that exist independent of others' opinions or support. Develop skills so valuable that you're needed regardless of politics. Master knowledge so deep that you're irreplaceable regardless of relationships. Build capabilities so rare that you're essential regardless of alliances. Create resources that belong to you alone, that cannot be seized. This is your armor. This is what keeps you alive when everyone turns. Because even people who hate you still need you if you have capabilities they cannot replace. Think about it strategically. Someone wants to betray you. They want to eliminate you. But they can't, because eliminating you means losing access to something they desperately need. Your expertise, your knowledge, your skills, your resources. The cost of betraying you is higher than the benefit, so they don't, or they can't, or they wait. And while they wait, you prepare your next defense. This is different from making yourself needed through dependency. That's Law 1. This is making yourself untouchable through irreplaceable value. Dependency can be broken if they find alternatives. Irreplaceable value cannot be replaced. Dependency makes them need you. Irreplaceable value makes them unable to function without you. Big difference. One they can eventually escape, one they cannot. Here's how you build this foundation right now. Identify the most critical skill in your field that few people have mastered. Master it completely. Become the undisputed expert. Now you're not just good at your job, you're irreplaceable at the critical function. They cannot eliminate you without eliminating critical functionality. That's survival insurance. Also build resources they cannot access. If everything you have is controlled by others, others can take everything. Build assets in your name only. Money they don't control. Investments they don't know about. Skills they don't understand. Knowledge they didn't teach you. Everything that makes you valuable should be yours alone, not shared, not dependent, not accessible to those who might turn, because when they turn, they'll try to take everything. If everything is yours alone, they can't. This feels lonely. It feels like you're not trusting anyone. You're not, because trust is what gets you killed when everyone turns. Machiavelli understood this. The moment you fully trust someone is the moment they can fully destroy you. Don't give anyone that power. Keep your foundation yours alone. Let others see your success. Never let them control the source of that success. Source controlled by you. Source they cannot touch. Source that keeps you valuable even when relationships die. Machiavelli once said, "It is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both." But here's the darker version. It's better to be irreplaceable than loved. Love dies. Fear fades. Irreplaceable value persists. Build that value. Make it yours alone. Survive anything. If you're realizing you've built your success on other support, hit that like button right now. Time to rebuild on untouchable foundation. Drop this in the comments. My value comes from me alone. Reading the signs before the attack. They're already showing you they're turning. You're just not seeing the signs. Every betrayal has warning signals, small changes in behavior, subtle shifts in energy, micro expressions of resentment. The betrayal doesn't come from nowhere. It builds over time. And during that building phase, they show you. They can't help it. The resentment leaks through. The envy shows. The planning reveals itself in small ways. You just have to know what to look for. Here are the signs that someone is turning on you. First, they stop asking for your opinion. They used to seek your input. Now they don't. They make decisions without you. They move forward without consulting you. This isn't them being independent. This is them cutting you out. They're preparing to operate without you, because soon they'll be operating against you. Second, they start questioning your decisions publicly. They used to support you in groups. Now they challenge you in front of others. Small challenges at first. Testing whether others will join them. Seeing if your authority still holds. If others join their challenges, the betrayal accelerates. If others stay loyal, they retreat temporarily. But they're testing. And tests mean attacks are being planned. Third, they gather with others without you. Meetings you're not invited to. Conversations that stop when you arrive. Private communications you're excluded from. They're building an alliance. And you're not in it. These excluded meetings are planning sessions. They're coordinating. They're strategizing. Against you. The alliance is forming right now. You're just not in the room where it's happening. Fourth, they start documenting everything. Every email is formal. Every conversation is recorded. Every interaction is treated like evidence. They're not being professional. They're building a case against you. When the attack comes, they'll have documentation. They'll have receipts. They'll have evidence of every small mistake, every minor issue, every imperfect moment. They're preparing the narrative that justifies betraying you. Fifth, they suddenly become agreeable. Too agreeable. They used to push back sometimes. Now they agree with everything. They're not becoming loyal. They're becoming invisible. They don't want conflict now because conflict alerts you. They want you comfortable, unaware, unprepared. So they agree, smile, and plan. The silence before the storm, the calm before the attack, the agreement before the betrayal. Sixth, they position themselves closer to power that isn't you. They start relationships with your boss, your clients, your partners. Not through you, around you. Building direct relationships that don't require you. They're creating backup plans, alternative paths, ways to succeed without you. Because soon they'll need to succeed against you. These relationships are their lifeline after they cut yours. Seventh, your gut screams something is wrong. This is the most important sign. Your instinct processes thousands of micro signals your conscious mind misses. Tone changes, Energy shifts, behavioral inconsistencies. Your gut picks up all of it and sends one clear message. Danger. Most people ignore this, they rationalize it away. I'm being paranoid. I'm overthinking. No, your gut is right, always. When your gut says someone is turning, they are. Trust it. These signs don't come all at once. They build gradually. One person shows one sign. You dismiss it. Another person shows two signs. You rationalize it. Then suddenly 3 people are showing 5 signs each. But you've been dismissing each signal individually, so you miss the coordinated pattern. They're not turning individually. They're turning together. The alliance is forming. The attack is coming. And you're still dismissing gut feelings and rationalizing warning signs. Here's what you do when you see these signs. Don't confront. Don't accuse. Don't warn them you see it. That accelerates their timeline. They attack before they're ready because you alerted them. Instead, you prepare. Silently. You strengthen your foundation. You document everything. You build alternative relationships. You secure your resources. You create escape routes. You prepare for the betrayal as if it's certain. Because it is. Machiavelli once said, "Since it is difficult to join them together, it is safer to be feared than loved when one of the two must be lacking." Translation: when loyalty is dying, fear is your protection. But first you must see the death of loyalty happening. These signs show you. Don't ignore them. See them. Prepare. Survive. Drop this in the comments. I see the signs, I prepare in silence. The moment of betrayal. It's here. The attack is happening. Everyone turns at once. Your ally becomes your enemy. Your friend shows their true face. Your partner moves against you. The coordinated assault you prepared for is now real. This is the moment most people lose everything. Not because the attack is unbeatable, but because they panic. They defend emotionally. They try to reason with betrayers. They hope loyalty still exists somewhere. It doesn't. Everyone turned. Now you survive or you die. Here's what you do not do. Don't try to convince them they're wrong. They're not confused. They chose this. Don't try to appeal to past loyalty. That loyalty is dead. That's why they attacked. Don't try to prove your value. They know your value. They want to eliminate it. Don't try to find allies in the group that turned. There aren't any. Everyone who was going to stay loyal already did. Everyone else is against you. Accept it. Accept it fast. Because acceptance is survival. Denial is death. Here's what you do instead. Go completely silent. No defense. No explanation. No response. Nothing. Silence in the face of coordinated attack is terrifying to attackers. They expect defense. They prepared for your arguments. They're ready for your explanations. Silence gives them nothing. They attack. You don't respond, they escalate. You stay silent. They don't know what you're planning. They don't know if you're defeated or preparing counterattack. That uncertainty is your first weapon. While you're silent externally, you're moving internally. You activate the foundation you built. Those skills they can't replace, you demonstrate them now. That knowledge they need, you control access now. Those resources you secured, you withdraw them now. Everything you built that they cannot function without becomes leverage. They attacked you, now they realize they still need you. That realization shifts power. You also document everything about the attack. Who attacked first, who joined, what they claimed, what they did, every detail. Because attacks are never perfect. Betrayers always overreach. They always make claims that aren't true. They always damage people who weren't targets. Your documentation of their overreach becomes their vulnerability. You're not defending now. You're collecting ammunition for later. When the attack finishes, when they think they've won, you'll have everything you need to show what really happened. Simultaneously, you activate your external relationships, not the ones in the group that turned. Your relationships outside that group. Your network beyond these people. Your allies in other organizations. Your contacts in other industries. These people didn't turn. They're still neutral or loyal. You reach out, not to ask for help, to inform. This is what's happening. Here's the truth of the situation. Plant your version of the narrative before their version spreads. Control the external story while they think they control the internal story. You also prepare your exit if needed. Can you leave this situation and survive? If yes, prepare that exit. Make it ready. Don't take it yet, but make it available. Sometimes the best response to coordinated betrayal is walking away to somewhere they can't touch you. Taking your skills, your knowledge, your resources, and building somewhere else. They win the battle over the position you left. You win the war by succeeding somewhere else. Position lost, power kept. That's survival. But here's the critical part. During all of this, you stay calm, completely calm. Betrayal triggers emotion, panic, anger, fear. These emotions make you weak, make you stupid, make you vulnerable. Betrayers want you emotional. Emotional people make mistakes, make bad decisions, make attacks easy. You deny them that. You stay cold, calculating, strategic. They attack with emotion, you respond with ice. That difference determines who survives. This is the eye of the storm. The attack is happening. You're not defending, you're not panicking. You're moving strategically while appearing unmoved. You're collecting information while appearing defeated. You're positioning while appearing vulnerable. You're preparing while appearing unprepared. This is the art of surviving the unsurvivable moment. Most people fight back immediately. They lose. You wait. You prepare. You survive. Machiavelli once said, "The wise man does at once what the fool does finally." The fool eventually goes silent and strategic after wasting energy on defense. The wise man goes silent and strategic immediately. Be wise, survive, win. Drop this in the comments. They attack, I stay silent, I prepare my counter. The counterattack, the attack has passed. They think they won. They think you're finished. They're celebrating. Positioning for what comes after you're gone. Dividing what they think was yours. This is when you strike. Not before, not during. After, when they're relaxed, when they're unguarded, when they think the threat is eliminated. That's when threats are most dangerous. Your counterattack isn't emotional revenge. It's strategic correction. They attacked you based on lies, exaggerations, or distortions. Your counterattack is revealing truth. They broke rules, violated standards, or damaged others during their attack. Your counterattack is enforcement. They made themselves vulnerable through overreach. Your counterattack is exploitation of that vulnerability. This isn't revenge. This is justice delivered strategically. Here's how the counterattack works. You've been silent. You've been documenting. You've been watching. You know everything about their attack, every claim, every action, every participant. Now you reveal, not all at once, strategically, one piece of contradicting evidence. It makes people question. Second piece showing overreach. It makes people reconsider. Third piece proving lies. It makes people doubt. Fourth piece revealing who got hurt in crossfire. It makes people angry. At them, not at you. You're not defending yourself. You're not saying they were wrong about me. You're showing what actually happened. Let others reach their own conclusions. When you defend yourself, people can dismiss it as self-serving. When you present facts and let others judge, they can't dismiss their own conclusions. You're not telling them what to think. You're showing them what happened. Their conclusions become their truth. That's more powerful than your defense ever could be. Simultaneously, you demonstrate the value they tried to eliminate. Remember that irreplaceable skill? Use it now. Solve a problem they can't solve. Create results they can't create. Deliver value they can't deliver. Don't brag about it. Just do it. Let the results speak. They claimed you were the problem. Results prove you are the solution. They claimed they didn't need you. Results prove they do. Reality destroys their narrative better than your words ever could. You also rebuild alliances carefully. Some people who joined the attack did so because they believed lies. Now they see truth. Some people stayed neutral during the attack. Now they see what really happened. Some people are outside the situation entirely. Now they see an opportunity. These people can become new allies, not immediately, not desperately, carefully. You approach them with evidence, with results, with demonstrated value. They decide to align with you based on what you show them, not what you tell them. The counterattack also includes consequences for betrayers. This is where many people fail. They survive the attack, they prove the betrayers wrong, then they let it go. This teaches betrayers that attacks have no consequences. Wrong lesson. Attacks must have consequences. Severe consequences. Otherwise attacks keep coming. You survived one. You won't survive 10. Consequences stop future attacks. What are consequences? If someone attacked you and broke rules during that attack, enforce those rules. Report violations, press charges if warranted. Pursue legal action if applicable. If someone attacked you and damaged their own reputation during that attack, let that damage stand. Don't save them. Don't rehabilitate them. Let consequences happen. If someone attacked you and made enemies through overreach, let those enemies destroy them. You don't need to do anything. Just don't stop others from pursuing justice. This sounds harsh, it is harsh, but it's necessary. You cannot be attacked successfully and walk away clean without sending a message that you're weak. You cannot survive betrayal and forgive betrayers without teaching future betrayers that betrayal works. You must demonstrate that attacking you was their biggest mistake, not through emotion, through consequences, through strategic execution of punishment, through letting reality destroy them the way they tried to destroy you. But here's critical. The counterattack must be proportional. Don't overreach like they did. Don't destroy innocent people like they did. Don't lie like they did. You counterattack with truth, evidence, and strategic positioning. Your victory comes from being right, not from being ruthless. Being right is enough when you're strategic. You don't need to become evil to defeat evil. You need to be effective. Truth effectively deployed destroys lies. Evidence effectively presented destroys narrative. Results effectively demonstrated destroy reputation. Machiavelli once said, "Never attempt to win by force what can be won by deception." Translation, don't attack them directly. That makes you the aggressor. Let them destroy themselves with consequences of their own actions. You just reveal what they did. Reality handles the rest. Strategic, effective, untouchable. Drop this in the comments. I don't seek revenge, I reveal truth and let reality punish, becoming permanently untouchable. You survived the betrayal, you executed the counterattack, you won. But winning once isn't enough, they'll try again. Different people, different method, same goal. Eliminate you because you're successful. You need to become permanently untouchable, not just survive this attack. Prevent all future attacks. That's Machiavelli's darkest law completed. Permanent untouchability requires 3 things. First, a reputation so strong that attacking you is suicide. Second, a foundation so solid that you can survive anything. Third, a network so powerful that attacking you means attacking everyone aligned with you. Build all 3. Maintain all 3. You become untouchable permanently. Building unassailable reputation means you're known for delivering results and crushing those who attack you. This reputation is built through the counterattack we just discussed. People saw you survive betrayal. People saw the truth come out. People saw consequences happen to betrayers. That demonstration becomes your reputation. Attack this person, face consequences. Try to eliminate this person, get eliminated yourself. That reputation is armor. People think twice before attacking. Most decide against it. Too risky. You maintain this reputation by being consistently excellent and consistently dangerous. Excellence means you continue delivering undeniable value. You're not resting on past victories, you're creating new ones constantly. Value so obvious that people need you too much to risk betraying you. But you're also dangerous. You don't forget attacks, you don't forgive betrayers, you don't let things go. Everyone knows this. Attack you, you remember. You document, you wait, you strike back. That danger keeps potential betrayers scared. Excellence makes you valuable, danger makes you untouchable. Combine both. Building unshakable foundation means what we discussed earlier but deeper. You're not just irreplaceable, you're systematically essential to everything important. Every critical function somehow requires you. Every important decision somehow needs your input. Every major project somehow depends on your involvement. Not through politics, through genuine value. You've made yourself so fundamentally necessary that removing you collapses multiple systems. That's not dependency. That's systematic integration. They cannot remove you without dismantling everything. They won't risk it. You maintain this foundation by constantly expanding your essential role. Learn the next critical skill before anyone else. Master the next important knowledge before others arrive. Build the next necessary capability before it's urgent. You're always ahead of the curve, always essential to what's new and what's working. Never caught behind, never irrelevant, never replaceable. This requires constant growth, constant learning, constant evolution. Comfort is death. Growth is life. Stay essential. Stay untouchable. Building a powerful network means you've created a web of relationships where attacking you means attacking the entire web. You're not isolated. You're connected to powerful people who benefit from your success. They defend you not from loyalty but from self-interest. Your survival serves them. Your elimination hurts them. So they prevent your elimination. You've aligned your success with their success, your defeat with their loss. Now you're not defending yourself. The network defends you automatically. You build this network by creating genuine value for powerful people, not fake relationships, not networking events, not LinkedIn connections. Real value delivered to people who have power. You solve their problems. You create their opportunities. You make their lives better. They remember, they reciprocate, they protect, not because they love you, because they need you, and people protect what they need. Get enough powerful people to need you, and attacking you becomes impossible, because behind you stands a network that will destroy anyone who tries. This is Machiavelli's darkest law completed. You cannot prevent betrayal, it's inevitable, but you can survive it. You can counter it, you can use it to become stronger. Every betrayal that fails makes you more untouchable. Every attack you survive adds to your legend. Every counterattack you execute adds to your reputation. After enough cycles, you become the person nobody attacks. Not because you're loved, because you're too dangerous, too essential, too connected. Attacking you is suicide. Everyone knows it, so nobody tries. You're not trying to be liked. You're not trying to be trusted. You're trying to be untouchable. That's higher than trust. That's higher than loyalty. That's survival mastery. That's what Machiavelli understood that most people never learn. The darkest law isn't about preventing betrayal. It's about surviving it and using it to become stronger. Each attack that fails makes you harder to attack next time. Until finally, attacks stop coming, because everyone knows you're untouchable. Machiavelli once said, "It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both." But the darkest truth, it's better to be untouchable than both. Fear fades, love dies, untouchable persists. Build that, become that, stay that. Drop this in the comments. I am untouchable, attacks make me stronger. You now understand Machiavelli's darkest law. Betrayal is inevitable. Success creates enemies. Rising creates resentment. Everyone will eventually turn on you. That's not paranoia. That's pattern recognition. The question isn't if everyone turns. The question is whether you survive when they do. Most people don't survive. They're destroyed by coordinated betrayal. They trust too much. They prepare too little. They panic when attacks come. They defend emotionally. They forget strategically. They die professionally. Not because they're weak, because they never learned this darkest law. They never understood that being good doesn't prevent betrayal. Being valuable does. Being irreplaceable does. Being dangerous does. Being untouchable does. You're different now. You know betrayal is coming. You know the signs to watch for. You know the foundation to build. You know how to survive the attack. You know how to counterattack effectively. You know how to become permanently untouchable. You have the darkest law. The question is whether you'll use it, whether you'll build the foundation before the attack comes, whether you'll stay silent when everyone turns, whether you'll counterattack when they think they won, whether you'll become untouchable before the next attack arrives. Most people won't do this. They'll dismiss it as paranoid. They'll say they trust their people. They'll believe loyalty exists. They'll learn the hard way. when everyone turns and they're unprepared. They'll be destroyed because they refuse to accept reality. Reality doesn't care about your beliefs. Reality rewards preparation. Reality punishes trust. Reality destroys those who don't understand this darkest law. You're not most people. You're here because you want truth. You want strategy. You want survival tools for when everyone turns. You have them now. The foundation building, the sign reading, the silent response, the strategic counterattack, the permanent untouchability, all of it, the darkest law complete. Now you implement, you build, you prepare, you survive, you become untouchable. Because you know what's coming, and knowing is survival. Do 3 things right now. Smash that like button if this darkest law just revealed the betrayal you've been missing. Subscribe for more dark truth that keeps you alive when others want you dead. Drop in the comments which part of becoming untouchable you're building first. Remember, they're coming for you. Everyone eventually turns. But you're ready, you see it coming, you prepare before it arrives, you survive when it happens, you counterattack when they relax. You become untouchable permanently. That's Machiavelli's darkest law. That's your survival. That's your power. They turn. You survive. You win. Always. Drop this final affirmation. They will turn on me. I will survive. I will become untouchable. I am Machiavellian.